Hey guys, Neff here. Welcome to episode 2. We're going to go for a little bit of extra time today just because an episode entirely based on tedious forest just makes me feel bad. Start off by challenging the lass over here. I think I'm going to speed up some of these fights in editing just because early on it's basically just a bunch of tackles back and forth, but this is what early fights look like. I really want to get the party up to level 7, maybe, I think actually level 8 is when they learn their next set of moves, and that'll make the second rival battle way easier without being over-leveled. Yeah, for Nidoran it's definitely level 8. Some of the level up skills are modified in yellow version versus red and blue, but not very dramatically. Leveling up Caterpie in particular is pretty boring early on, but it's definitely going to be mandatory if I want to get my first badge below like level 16 when Pikachu learns Quick Attack, or level 14 I think it is when Nidoran learns Double Kick. But realistically, you want Caterpie for the special attack. Early on, money is at such a premium, and your item stock is so low, you really want to make sure to get any hidden item and any item on the ground that you possibly can. Ugh, accidentally talked to him twice. I think 1.5 times speed is good enough. Although, I'll tell you now that when it becomes Metapod versus Metapod, definitely going to be cranking that up. I'm going to try to refrain from using the emulator speed up, just because I feel like that takes away from the legitimacy of a run. I think the only exception I'm going to make to that is leveling up this Caterpie here, because early game is the only time that I'm going to be doing any grinding. Also, this is not a Nuzlocke. Like I said, this is... Yeah, like I said in, I think, the last episode. Or maybe I didn't. This is going to be a run where I go through the game so I can make a team to take on round 2 of Pokemon Stadium. If this was a Nuzlocke, I would not have let poor Nidoran faint like that. And now we have our first in-game evolution. Metapod statistically isn't that much better than Caterpie. His speed actually drops, but he gets a nice little HP and defensive boost. So now I'm going to level up the team to level 8, and we'll pick this back up in Viridian so we can take on our rival. Always a random encounter at the worst time. I'm still sticking to the plan where I record the audio in a single take, so if I flub over my words, that's just the way it goes. I just want to keep it authentic, if that makes sense. At level 8, Pikachu learns Thunder Wave, and Nidoran male learned Horn Attack, just because I did that leveling off screen. An interesting thing about Gen 1 mechanics is the way stat increases and decreases work. Crits bypass all of that, so here I am lowering Eevee's defense pretty substantially. But you'll see here in a second where I do actually very little damage because of a crit. Also, I'm getting super good paralysis luck on this Eevee right now. So that was a crit, and it didn't even do half damage. If that would have not been a crit, it would have done considerably more. As you'll see with the second hit, it takes it out. I might actually have been able to one-shot Eevee had the other one not been a critical. I don't know if Blue's trying to motivate us, or if he's just being a jerk, like, you don't have any badges. Anyway, back to the forest. And let's get through this. I definitely want to get through this before the video's over. Horn Attack is such a good normal type move early on. The in-game Metapods that the trainers have and that you encounter in the wild, all they have is Hardened, so they can't actually hurt you. It's a pretty good way to earn some XP in the wild. But it does make matches take a long time. I'd have to go back and check, but I believe... Oh, there's the speed up. I believe the HP boost that Metapod gets over Caterpie, it gained 2 HP from leveling up, and then when it evolved, it gained another 3. So not a huge boost, but every little bit counts early on. Okay, here's Metapod versus Metapod. Just fast forward, because there's nothing to see here. I try to level my teams evenly. I don't know, my OCD kicks in when something is like 2 or 3 levels above everything else, but early on it doesn't matter so much. was really hoping that I would encounter a Pidgeotto in here. It's a 1% spawn, but I never did, and I'm not going to stick around to get it just for its Pokedex entry. It shows up more frequently on later routes. And with only 5 tackles, I know I'm not going to be able to beat it, but I sped it up anyway. Go for just a little bit of switch training here. Just because Metapod on his own takes so long to do anything with. But a level 8 Metapod should be worth close to 80 experience, even divided in half. That's still decent. So close to the end here. There's only one trainer left. Pick up the ever-important potion. Last trainer, and random battle right before the trainer. This trainer with his level 10 Caterpie, I feel like it's a missed opportunity. The game could either at that point, A, throw you a bone and make it a Metapod that maybe knows Tackle. I don't know, something to give you more of a challenge, but also give you more experience, just because Caterpie doesn't pay out very well. Or they could have made this a fight against a Butterfree, which would have been really cool, and encourage people that think all the bugs are garbage to at least make a Caterpie evolve. And then it really would have paid out experience. But instead, we just get this, like, lackluster mini-boss of a trainer. Now here, I couldn't remember where the hidden... There's one more hidden potion on the map, and I could not remember what square it's on. There we go. Alright, and then it's time to get out of here. Gonna do just a little bit of off-screen training just to get Pikachu and Metapod where they need to be. Alright, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is our Brock Killer right there. Heal up, and it's time to go take on the gym. This gym isn't too terribly hard, but it is definitely a little bit grindy, especially in red and blue. Or if you don't go for a Butterfree like I did. My plan is to have everybody level 10 before facing Brock. So I believe at this point Pikachu is the only one that missed the mark. Normally I advise against Growl or Leer or Tail Whip or those kind of moves, but early on, when these levels are so close and so low and every single point matters, they really can make a big difference. As you can see with the one shot on Diglett here. And then Sandshrew definitely hits harder than Diglett does at this point in the game. So I want to be a little bit careful. But again, setting up a couple of Tail Whips makes a big difference. Okay, whole team made it to level 10. Nidorann's a little higher than that, but it doesn't really matter because I won't be using Nidoran against Brock. I mean, if I would, if things got really terrible, I was going to go back and heal, but I immediately changed my mind because it wasn't necessary, and as proof, here's where everything is before. I feel like Brock is difficult just because there are so few options for what you can use against him. And even his Geodude, who's not that great, still hits pretty hard, especially on something frail like Butterfree. I was a little nervous right away just because his first tackle is a critical, and I didn't want to get stuck taking a bunch of damage from Onix's Bide, because pretty much if Butterfree goes down, it's over. Pikachu can't do anything, and I don't want to leave everything up to Nidoran. We're outsped by Onix, which surprises me a little bit. But we get, again, super lucky. One with a crit, but also because he's confused. And then he hurts himself, which ends his Bide cycle. And then he wastes his final turn using Screech. And that's it. That's our first gym right there. That TM is completely useless as far as I'm concerned. That is something I sell and turn into 5 Pokeballs. But I'll do that off screen. Next episode, I want to at least get to Mount Moon. We'll see how far we make it. Have a good day, everyone.